And good evening, nerds around the world. Welcome to our weekly Flash Arrow recap special. It is back after a week hiatus. It's your boy Paul English. I'll be hosting this event, and I'm joined as always by Mr. Chris. How are you?
I'm doing good, Paulie. Just gotta say, for all the geeks around the world, this in the world, just like pure ecstasy. I mean, just what we watched today. Oh, something.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, yeah, obviously, this is a Flash and Arrow recap. We'll get to it. We'll talk a little Age of the Shield because Caleb ain't here to bring it down. But first, the big news that broke today. Disney, Lucasfilm, and J.J. Abrams have released a second teaser trailer for Star Wars Episode 7, Force Awakens, and it is nerd euphoria. I saw this trailer, and I geeked out like nobody's business. I was so ecstatic. I was in a state of nirvana. I cannot wait for this movie to come out. Chris, what was your reaction when you started watching this?
It's just like when I saw. I mean, this is like. I mean, when I saw this trailer, I was just like absolutely I was absolutely floored. This is absolutely a phenomenal teaser trailer. You know, that opening shot of the crash Star Destroyer, that blew my mind. That was absolutely just like a fantastic image, you know, and this was a lot. And this was, I think it had I like to think this had a lot more soul to it than the previous trailer, and a lot more scope and emotion, and so dramatic, and you know, and of course that ending. You got me giggling.
When I saw them, I can't tell you how happy I was.
Oh my god! Let me tell you. Wait, yeah.
My god! I'm getting my hopes so high up for the when the theatrical trailer comes out. I'm like. Theatrical trailer when that comes out, so hopefully it comes maybe next month.
Yeah, maybe next month. Maybe with Avengers: Age of Ultron.
If that, I'm going to tell you this right now. If that happens, I don't know what I'm going to do in the theaters, but it's going to be nuts. I've heard people say that if that happens, they may. Oh, I don't want to say it, but. They may alter their pants a little bit if that happens.
Oh my god! I mean, like I said, that trailer was utterly that trailer was utterly fantastic. You know, it's just like you can see the breadth and the scope of this whole thing. You just like it's just like that.
Yeah. We also got a better look at the villain, it looks like, and
yeah.
Is it me, or does that mask look familiar? I swear to God, that design's been used before in like a previous one. I want to say either like Darth Revan or Darth Malak from like the second Sith War.
It seems to be like inspired by Darth Revan from I believe is what the Old Republic.
The second Sith War, I believe he was part of it.
Yeah, but that Max, you know, definitely looks like it has shades of that design, that character's design.
So this is gonna be so much fun! I can't wait. Okay, so we've established we can't wait for the new Star Wars movie. Can't wait for the first show. And now let's get on to some superheroes. And since Caleb is not here to drag us down, we will be discussing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because both of us here are big fans of this show. As far as like episode, I did think this was one of the weaker episodes of the season. It was nice to really get a lot more backstory into May's character because she's always been so mysterious in the past. Like you hear glimpses about, she used to be like this, but something happened to her and she changed. I thought it was nice to finally see that. That was definitely the highlight of that episode. Chris, what did you think?
I thought it was a fantastic episode. You know. I mean, there was a lot of great moments of character, you know. I mean, and of course, I liked how they approached, you know, about how she became the Calvary because of this incident, you know, with a superpowered individual, and of course, the scene with the little girl, that was utterly heartbreaking. Just like, and Ming-Na just completely sells it with that performance. It's just, I thought it was. I mean, I'm utterly utterly wonderful. And of course, I like the stuff with with Sky. How she's going to use her. I mean, how Jia Ying is training her to use her power and all that. And I was like a little bit caught up when she finally knows who Jia Ying is. I mean, it's like
yeah, I know that was definitely an interesting moment, which I probably shouldn't have said one of the weaker episodes. It's one of the weaker episodes in terms of action, but from the story perspective, it's probably one of the strongest because of everything you just mentioned, getting some backstory into May and a little development into Sky's character and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, from a story perspective, definitely one of the stronger episodes. Just not a lot of action going on. So let me ask you this. Oh, what was I gonna ask? That stuff we saw pop out of Fury's box.
Fury's toolbox.
Oh, that stuff is.
That was interesting. Paul.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh yeah, you froze there for a bit.
Oh, did I? Sorry.
Yeah. And we have Jack.
Yes.
Yes. Before Jack is here, welcome.
Yes.
All right. So we already went over this, but real quick, give me your reaction to the Star Wars teaser.
I honestly haven't seen it yet. I was at work, and I was just about to watch it.
Do you do it? Go away, watch it, and then come back. You have to see this.
Yes, you have to.
You have to see this.
I'm not really a Star Wars fan, though. I haven't seen any.
What?
Oh, what?
I've only seen Attack of the Clones.
No!
My heart weeps for you.
No!
My heart weeps for you. You poor man. I'm so sorry.
Oh, God, no. Of all the films, why that one?
Why that one? If it was Revenge of the Sith, I would have been okay with, but... Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
You poor man.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
No.
Folks, I don't know if we can continue this. I'm too traumatized. Gotta dig deep, find my inner strength. Gotta continue this.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Really? Why that one?
And I saw it in theaters.
Well, I think everybody did, but still, I mean, that's like someone saying the only Turtles movie they've seen is Turtles 3. That's just wrong. Hell, I'd be fine if it was just the only one you saw was episode 1. I'd be like, okay, that hurt, but oh well. At least it wasn't 2. Oh my goodness. Dig deep, Paul. Dig deep. You got to continue this. All right. So, Chris, you were talking more about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Please continue.
Oh, you were saying you were about asking me about Fury's toolbox, right?
Yes.
Wait, so just so I'm caught up, we're starting with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. recap?
Yes, because, Caleb's not here to try to drag it down because he doesn't like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're talking about it. So, Chris, why don't you continue?
But you were about that. I mean, actually, it was about you were going to ask me about Fury's toolbox, right?
Yes, that was what I asked you. What do you think's up with that?
Hey, I'm not really sure about that. I mean, it could be. I'm not really sure. It could be some. I mean, it could be some like classified files that some stuff that Shield hasn't already that's strictly been off the books or something like that. I mean, who knows? I mean, we know that with the use of that toolbox, Fitness can contact Coulson. I mean, there's something I mean, I really don't have any ideas about it at this point. I mean,
I think it's how to make a new shield, because that's what
I was thinking as well. I mean, I was thinking the tools of how to rebuild Shield from the ground up. Maybe that's
Here's a wild fan theory, because next week's episode is gonna reportedly tie into Age of Ultron. You think Fury knew about the Ultron project? Maybe there's something Fury knew about?
I don't think so, because it seems like from the trailers, they've just been working on this, and Fury has been in, like, wherever he is in the world hunting down Hydra, it seems.
I don't know. They're just, like I said, just a wild fan theory. Okay, so, Jack, since you're here, why don't you tell me what you thought about the new episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
It was a really good episode. I want to know how Skye's mom is still alive. Because they said she died, and then we find out in this episode it's her, and then she goes, Cal put me back together. And it's like, but you were dead, and that guy, like, ripped you apart and, like, took your insides and whatever. So I was like, I want to know how she's still alive.
Maybe it has something to do with her inhuman powers. It's just a theory. But she is an inhuman, so... I don't know.
And I think it's cool that Rena can tell the future.
Yes.
Do we know if she's based on anyone, or is she just created for the show?
I do not know. I don't really know anything about... Here's the thing about the Inhumans. They are probably the least known characters of the Marvel Universe. Like, unless you're like a die-hard Marvel expert, know-it-all, then you probably never heard of the Inhumans at all, which is why I think they're introducing them here in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., trying to get them a little build-up and development before the Inhumans movie comes out in 2019. So, I mean, no, I would not know that at all.
And I thought it was cool to see Deathlock.
Yeah, seeing Deathlock in the previous episode was very nice. I liked him. I'm glad he's back. All right, so...
And I can't wait to see what happens when they go, we have to go get Grant Ward.
Oh,
here we go.
nice.
It's going to be fun. I know this is going to lead to one epic battle, S.H.I.E.L.D. against S.H.I.E.L.D. I cannot wait to see that. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the main ones. Let's start with Flash. Did anyone besides me pick up all the Easter eggs that were in this episode? That was such a phenomenal episode.
It's a bird. It's a plane.
No, it's my boyfriend. Oh, that's a Superman motto, but...
Yeah, I got that one. I was like...
This is the one that really threw me for a loop. When they see all those bees going, it's like, oh, bees. Why did it have to be bees? Anybody pick that one up?
No, what is that an Easter egg too?
Huh? The Raiders of the Lost Ark. Jack, for the love of God,
Why had to
please
be
tell me.
bees? Oh yeah, I did absolutely. That was a
No.
reference to because I love how they incorporated that into the episode. Oh my god.
Hold on a minute, Chris. Jack, what did you just say?
Nothing.
No. I asked you. Please tell me you've seen Raiders of the Lost Ark. Oh God.
No.
Which is the Taliman? I've seen that one.
The what?
That's Temple of Doom.
So I've seen Temple of Doom and the fourth one that doesn't exist.
Oh yeah.
In other words, the two worst ones. Two bad ones.
Wait, Temple of Doom is way better than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yes, it is, but as far as the original trilogy goes, it's the weakest.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
I'm having a heart attack right now. Greg, why don't you take over while I take a breather, okay? I'll be back in a second.
So you haven't seen it. So you haven't seen these movies? Yeah, we haven't seen movies.
No.
Of all the movies, how could you go past that one?
I don't know.
How could you go past a masterpiece like Raiders of the Lost Ark?
I don't know.
That's like cinematic perfection right there. I mean, that's just as good as movies go. Tell me I'm right, Paulie. Paulie?
I'm here.
Tell me I'm right.
here. I just had to breathe for a moment.
Tell me I'm right.
I don't know. I can't express any emotion right now. My face is drawn a complete blank. I don't know if I'm going to recover from this.
Oh my god. Oh.
All right. So you want me to talk about Flash?
I have every right mind to expel you from this until you've seen these movies. How can you call yourself a nerd if you have not only seen the worst of these legendary franchises?
You seen the
This
worst
is
of Star Wars
inconceivable.
with Attack of the Clones, and you seen the worst of Indiana Jones with Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Oh my God, you seen the worst that they had to offer. Okay.
Well, if there's any consolation, I can only tell you that it gets better from there. Like, those are the worst of the worst, so it can only go up. But this does not excuse that. This is...
All right, so why don't we? So why don't we
Chris,
talk? Why don't
Chris,
we?
go on with Flash.
Yes, let's go on with Flash.
What did you think about it? Because I loved it.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. I thought it was like a bit disappointing. You know, I mean, it was a bit, you know, slippery, and I don't know about slippery some parts. I thought it was kind of lame and just like, you know, the villain of the week was, you know, a typical villain of the week. It's just not really anything, not anyone that really stands out and doesn't leave you a good impression. I mean, I believe that Ray was a bit annoying in this episode. I mean, so was Felicity. I mean, just kind of, and just like it was just really a generic plot. It's just like it had a cool opening sequence. I mean, it was okay. It was lighthearted. I mean, I did like the interaction between Reagan and Ray and Cisco. You know,
Those two seem like brothers, if you ask me.
They're like Tony and Bruce Banner.
Yeah, I was
Yes, kind of like
Science.
that. All right, Jack, why don't you give me your overall impression of the episode before we get into some specifics?
I really liked it. I thought it was a good episode, and it was really funny. And I like when the characters from the other shows just kind of show up. But I was trying to figure out, when did this take place? Because I was kind of like, they were saying Oliver might become the next Ra's al Ghul. So I was like, we already made that choice. So was that before he made the choice, or? Because I was trying to. I wasn't sure like when in the timetables this episode was happening.
And I think it took place a couple days before the events of Arrow. So I mean, maybe it's like a day or so, a couple days behind or something like that. But I don't think it's too far off because I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's get to a couple. Well, actually, there's only really one specific I want to talk about. That is, we've all suspected that, you know, being the namesake of Eobard Thawne, that Eddie Thawne is on the track to becoming a Reverse Flash. Do you think the fact that it seems like Iris is about to break up with him, you think that's going to be the tipping point that is going to send him over the edge? Chris, I'll start with you on that one.
I don't know if it's going to send him over the edge. I mean, he may have been, you know, on the low, being like a crooked, you know, guy for some time now. I mean, he may have been doing stuff behind Iris's back that she has no knowledge of yet. You know, like I said, his last name is Thawne. You know, his descendant is Eobard Thawne. You know, of course, you know, from the sounds of it, you know, they're just a whole line of, you know, very, very, very bad individuals, and you know, but I wouldn't, you know, that's from my perspective. They may, I mean, Betty may be dealing with some shading dealings, you know. I mean, like even before this episode, you know, that's how I look at it. You know.
Okay, Jack, what about you?
I have a crazy theory.
Okay.
Well, we know that they brought Eddie on to help investigate Wells.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I think he's gonna discover Wells is really Thawne, which he's related to, and I think he's gonna figure that's my destiny. So he's just going to whatever happened. That's gonna be like the tipping point of him finding out, what am I doing for this if this is my lineage? You know what I mean?
Lineage.
Yeah, lineage. Right.
Okay, that's definitely a possibility. I think that actually might make sense once he eventually Eddie's going to figure out Wells is actually Eobard Thawne, and I don't think I'm ever going to say that name probably. Is it Eobard or Eobard Thawne?
I think it's Eobard. Eobard. I think that's how it's pronounced.
And one thing which I thought was kind of glitch was, how was Ray not being stung? I mean, the glass doesn't cover his entire face.
Maybe he had his helmet down as he was flying in. Don't forget the bees were trailing him.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't like surrounding him as he was flying away. The bees were trailing him.
I thought it was
probably why.
I thought it was cool how he got to how he landed in the van.
Yes, that was definitely funny.
And I loved Felicity and Ray when they're like, we're having problems, not, those kind of problems. That stuff's pretty good. And Caitlin's just like, oh God, there are two of them. And I really liked Cisco and Ray bonding.
Yes, that was
and it was
funny.
Cool to see Cisco remembering what happened, which I wasn't sure if they were going to do.
Yeah, I didn't think how that was possible, considering that what happened with Barry kind of traveling back in time and altering the future. Maybe it's some kind of like, they use it in Star Trek all the time. It's like after images in time.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a great episode about that, but I mean, it's like after images from the surrounding Star Trek technobabble. Although they could bring that in, I don't know.
And then I thought it was kind of funny when they were going to that lady to ask for protection. They're like, you couldn't even protect that device, and Wells is like, do you have another one?
Yes, that was definitely interesting. But all right, so
and then near the end when we learned that they were together and he was a different person, and I think we're going to learn more about that in the next episode where they show them finding the body.
Yes, I think so, and I think we're also going to see Laurel show up in Central City in the next episode because they were teasing that too, and I thought that was going to happen in this episode, but may wind up being the next one or maybe in a future.
And I think Lance is showing up too because I remember they were showing him and Joe investigating this.
Who's showing up?
Lance.
Oh, okay. Well, might be his only crossover, but we'll get to that in a moment. All right, let's move on to Arrow. We'll get into specifics in a moment, so no spoilers for now. I thought this episode was wonderful, very intense, kind of sad at the end, but we'll explain why in a moment. But overall, it's a really good episode. Chris, what did you think about this episode of Arrow?
It was just a very good episode. I mean, very well done. I mean, not as good as the previous one, but it was good in its own right. It had some very great developments in the story, and also it has some great character moments. Because in Roy surprised me in this episode. Especially,
Yes, that was very surprising. Jack, like I said, no spoilers yet, but overall, what did you think about this episode?
I really liked it. It seems like Arrow, the last 2 or so episodes, are starting to pick up.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's been as good as Season 2. I think Season 2 is my favorite.
It's had its moments. I'm willing to bet that if Caleb was here, he would have said he loved it simply because there was only one scene with Laurel in it. Yeah.
I'm not a huge Laurel fan either, but I did like her in that episode.
Well, I mean, she only had one scene, so I mean...
No, but it was a good scene of her, like...
Yes, it was a good scene, standing up to her father. Okay, so...
He was on their ass this week, He was just, like, completely...
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh my gosh, he is obsessed right now.
Yes.
His heart's gonna give out. Okay, so let's get to the big twist that happened at the end. I think it was last week, they released a photograph of like the final script reading for the season, and I was looking around and I did not see either Colton Haynes or Paul Blackthorne at that reading, which led me to believe that I wonder if both of them are going to die by the end of the season. Well, we know the fate of one of them. I gotta tell you, when Colton got stabbed and he started to go lifeless, I was shocked. Like, I can't believe he's actually dead. I can't. But we get the truth later. No, that was staged. He's alive. But
yeah, I was like, oh, he's dead.
But no, he's alive. But he has left Starling City, and a report I read yesterday is that he is no longer a series regular. He's not gone for good. The character has not left Starling City for good, but he will no longer be a regular on the show. While I'm glad he's not dead, I will admit I'm very sad because I did like the character of Roy Harper. I thought there was more they could have done with him, but you know, they can always bring him back every once in a while, but I am sad that he's not going to be on the show as often as he used to be. So, Chris, give me your reaction to that twist and how it unfolded.
I was completely like, you know, thrown for.
Oh my God, is he here?
No,
is he back?
no.
He's here, Tom! What's up? Is he frozen? No, he's here, but I don't know. Right? Can you hear me, buddy?
I can hear you, buddy.
Welcome back, my friend. Welcome back.
What's going on, guys?
How you doing? How's Louisville?
What's going on?
It's good. It's good. Started my new job, and you know, I worked tonight. I worked the last 3 days, and I work all week. So I'm getting my promotion. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Oh, it's official?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty much going down. So it's gonna happen next week. So
congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you guys. Yeah, guys. Sorry, I've been kind of off the rails. My internet's not the greatest. I'll just say that. So.
All right.
But I figured I'd try and stop in if I could. So.
Okay. Chris, I hope you'll forgive me if I let him take the floor for a moment before I get back to you because we need to catch him up on everything we've done.
By all means.
All right. So, Caleb, first thing we did tonight, we talked about the new Star Wars teaser. What did you think about it?
Oh man, we're home. We're home.
Oh,
It was awesome. I loved it. It was incredible. I think it looks great. It feels like Star Wars again.
Mm-hmm.
It's not overly glamorified. Like it's dark. It's gritty. It's not like CGI. It's like no. It's it just feels like Star Wars. It was great. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a little Han Solo at the end, so that was nice.
all right. We unfortunately learned some terrible news today, Caleb. Jack has never seen any of the Star Wars movies except number 2.
What? The worst one of them?
Yes.
Hold on. Yeah. I didn't. Hold on, guys.
Oh. I hope you. I think he's about to go on a tangent. So while he's gone, Chris, why don't you finish your thoughts on the twist of Arrow?
Oh yeah, that really, you know, that completely threw me off. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, it's just like when they, you know, you see he got knifed and you know he's like he collapses to the ground. I was like no, well, no, how could you do this? How could you do this? I was like, what? I mean, I actually believed it for a moment. I mean, I was completely not expecting it. So when he found out he's alive, it's like, oh my God. I was like, thank God, because. I mean, I was hoping like he would stay on as a series regular, but now with the news you told me, I mean, I kind of like heard the rumors for a while, but yeah. I mean, but thank God he's not dead. But it's a shame, but we won't see him continue on as a series regular. You know?
Well, I did hear that he's going to appear in one more episode this season, and then I don't know how many episodes he'll continue to do per season, but it's, you know. Yeah, he said he's not going to be a regular anymore. So Jack, why don't you talk about that twist? What did you think?
Well, I thought he was dead. I'm like, he's dead. He's dead. That's it. And then they do the twist, and I'm like, that's a nice twist, because I liked Felicity and Diggle doing their, like, all working together kind of behind Ollie's back.
Yes, I know. That was definitely nice to see, kind of like saying, listen, you gotta let people help you, man. That was very good. That was very good.
And I thought the flashbacks were really good, and they went to the message of this episode was you gotta let people help you. I am getting a little annoyed with the flashbacks because I really want to find out what happened to Meso's son.
Yeah, I know. Like, can we get on with that, please? I guarantee you, we're not gonna find out what that is until the season finale. No, I shouldn't guarantee that, but I got a feeling we're not gonna find out till the season finale.
But I was happy about that Amanda Waller wasn't the villain.
Yeah.
Because it made sense, because I was thinking if she did all this stuff, why would Oliver continue to work with her, sort of?
Yeah.
And that answered that question. And I know everybody hates the Batman comparisons, but I kind of saw one in this episode.
Which was?
The relationship between Oliver and Diggle, and I saw that as Alfred and Batman, because Diggle's basically calling Oliver on his shit, and Oliver doesn't like that. And that's why Diggle is so awesome, because nobody else is really willing to do it, and he is. I was worried about Felicity the entire episode. I thought she was going to die.
No, she's not going to die. She's, I don't think she's going to die just because she was in the, she was at the final script read. I think, I think she's going to stick around for well, I don't know how much longer she's going to stick around, but I don't think she's going to die by the end of the season. I think it's going to be Paul Blackthorne. I think he's going to die.
Oh, I don't want Lance to die.
Well, I mean, like I said, he and Colton were not present at the final script reading that took place a few days ago, which leads me to believe that he's going to die, and that would also propel Sarah to leave with Nyssa at the end of the season, because you get the feeling what's going to happen is Ra's al Ghul is going to be defeated. Ollie's not going to kill him, but he's going to like basically banish him. Nyssa's going to become the new head of the League of Assassins, and she's going to ask Laurel to join her, like to come with her to train her. And with Lance dead, there's really nothing in Sterling City for her. So that's just my theory. But I mean, the fact that Paul wasn't present at the script release, that Lance is going to die.
Well, I think Roy is going to the Titans. If they indeed are in the same universe, I think he's going to go to the Titans.
I have not heard anything about that. That being said, and I could be wrong about this, but I thought I remember reading somewhere that Lionsgate and Saban Brands are talking to Colton to try to maybe thinking about asking if he wants to join the cast of the new Power Rangers movie coming out next year. Like, I think I've heard his name linked to it, but I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, I might have heard the same thing. And then I was kind of annoyed at the end when Raz kills Thea, because I was like, well, she was pretty dead.
She's close to this. She's like Oliver dead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she seemed pretty. I didn't like it because she was dead. And then they go to the next step. They show you the preview for the next episode, and it's like, nope, we have a Lazarus pit. Let's just throw her in. And it's like, that death meant nothing, which kind of annoyed me. And Thea was kind of stupid to think she could take on Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah,
that really wasn't all that smart.
I mean, Malcolm and Oliver couldn't take him on. What chance do you have?
Exactly.
And I thought it was really cool of Lance going to the Arrow Cave, and how they got rid of Oliver's DNA and put Roy's on everything.
Yeah, I know. That was definitely some sneaky stuff going on. I thought that was very impressive. Well, trying to think, anything else on that episode? Oh, well, I mean, let me ask you guys that, since I just brought up Colton Haynes being connected to Power Rangers. That turns out to be true. Would you guys like to see him in that movie? And if so, who do you think he could play? Jack, I'll start with you on that one.
I don't know who he could play, but I wouldn't mind seeing him in it.
All right, Chris, what about you?
I mean, like I said, I'm not really a big Power Rangers fanatic. I'm not really interested in the whole story and all the franchise and all that. But if they want him in the movie, I mean, go for it. I mean, I would say hate for him to be typecast in these kinds of things. You know, I mean, I think he can stretch his acting, his muscles in other areas of acting. But yeah, if they want him, I mean, if they want him, I mean, that's fine by me. I mean, it's just like.
Yeah, I'd love to see him in there. I think he'd make a really good Tommy Oliver, but he'd probably also work well as Jason Lee. But we'll see.
And I wanted to say a couple more things about Arrow. Okay. I like that they explained Flash was going through his own thing. Yeah. So they couldn't help him, because I was thinking, well, why doesn't Oliver just ask Flash to break Roy out of prison? And because that would be, no one would see him. So I'm glad that they explained that. And I thought it was cool how Oliver was controlling Ray in his suit when he was fighting the metahuman.
Yes, indeed. That actually, I just wanted to bring that up. We appear to be getting some kind of a change in Oliver and Ray's dynamic. What did you think about their interactions going on? Because I really liked that moment at the end. Ray's trying to go back to fight this. I think it's Deathbolt, his name is, and Ollie's like, listen, you can't beat him just with your tech. And Ray's like, you're right. My tech needs your instincts.
Yeah.
That was smart. That was so cool. I love that scene.
And I liked when Oliver was yelling at the computer, Ray, get up, Ray, get up. Yeah. And I did like the little scene of Ray and Cisco back in Central City, putting him in the jail.
Yes, that was cool.
And then, cool. But the cool thing was, we learned a new interesting thing that I think we're going to have to find out in either Arrow or Flash. Because they mentioned that guy was not in Central City when he got his powers.
That's right, he did mention that.
Yep.
So how is he a metahuman? Were there metahumans before?
Or did perhaps the E-particle accelerator explosion had a larger impact than people thought?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see about that. Okay, guys. So I think that's gonna wrap it up. I think we discussed pretty much everything that we wanted to.
It seemed like we saw Sarah in the preview for the next episode.
I don't know. I think that looks too much like Laurel, but I don't know.
No, it was blonde hair.
Yeah, I know, but Laurel wears a blonde wig.
Okay.
That could have been Laurel again, but
a lot of people are saying it's Sarah, and it would make sense with her going into the spinoff.
That is true. So yeah, maybe that is Sarah. I don't know. I guess we'll find out next episode. Thank God, no more breaks. I'm getting sick and tired of these fucking
I know,
breaks.
Me too.
Gotham took a whole month off. Now they only got 4 episodes left in the season. It's like, come on, take a whole month off for that? You just stop being lazy and just make more episodes. Come on.
Yeah, it's only with these shows.
Do you guys watch Gotham?
I do.
I don't. I haven't watched it in a while. I had to go back to it. It's just like they had to.
Maybe we could talk about it.
I don't know. That might be a separate joke. Gotham hasn't exactly gotten the popularity that I thought it was going to get, but I don't know. Maybe it'll do better with season 2 now that they've kind of got their feet under them for it. But speaking of new comic book shows, have you guys checked out Daredevil?
Yes.
Haven't checked it out yet. I was like, why?
Oh, you have. This show has been beyond.
Did you see the whole thing?
No, I'm about, I think, 7, maybe 8 episodes in.
Oh, I've seen all of it, and it is amazing. Wait till you see the finale. The finale is so good.
You know what? Answer me one question, Jack. I'm not going to ask you for any spoilers, but is he going to get the red suit before season's end?
No, he gets the red suit in the finale.
Oh, it's because I mean, it's, the black suits, it's okay, but I mean, although I've never seen the movie, when I think Daredevil, I think that red suit because I was like, come on, let's get a little more, let's get the classic red suit here, let's go. I mean, you also because I want to see that suit, I want to see him adopt the name Daredevil. It's like, let's go, you are Daredevil, get the red suit on. All right, so yeah, Chris, you need to check it out. Phenomenal show, beyond brutal. Action-packed, great storylines. You'll love it, I promise.
Did you see the Stick episode yet?
With the old guy who trained.
Yeah.
Matt? Yeah, I just watched that one yesterday.
Hmm.
That was the last one I saw.
Oh.
That was the last one I saw. But yeah, well, I gotta finish up watching that soon. Cause I'm balancing that and the X-Files when I'm not doing homework. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up. Caleb was only here for a short time. We were very glad to have him on here. Wish he could have said more, but get him his internet connection back up and get him better internet, and we'll see what happens. So, Chris, thanks for joining.
All right, it's a pleasure, Paulie, especially with this week, man.
Yes, indeed. Phenomenal weekend. Jack, thank you very much for joining.
Welcome was great, and I'm so happy we have no more breaks.
Yes, I know, but that means we're getting close to the end of the season, so no more recap for the summer after those are over, so that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But, all right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up. We'll be back next week for our weekly recap, and don't forget, with any luck, we will have episode 17 of the main show premiering on Sunday. So we hope to see you there. Until then, have a great day.